are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn on post notifications. So, a lot of fans are speculating, okay, that Cardi B is pregnant and she's going to be using her pregnancy for her rollout for her album. Now, I could have sworn I saw Cardi B post pictures of her stomach, which wasn't extremely flat, but it didn't look like a pregnancy belly. But then when she popped out for, I think it was the WWE thing, she was fully covered all in black, covering up her stomach. So a lot of fans are saying that she is in fact pregnant by Stefon Diddy, and she will announce it once the album comes out. Okay, let me know how y'all feel about it. I personally don't think that would be a smart idea, okay, because some fans are saying that if she's pregnant, that we will never get a tour, because Cardi B's never done a world tour. So she's expected to go on tour after the album drops to pay off her debt to Titanic Records. If she doesn't do that, you know, she could end up in more debt, because I just don't feel like Cardi B can go another 5-7 years without ever doing a tour. How are you the only female rapper that hasn't toured? Scratch Off toured, Ice Spice toured, D0JA toured, Nicki obviously toured, Doja Cat. I mean, it just wouldn't make any logical sense. She got a tour, okay? She got to do a world tour after this album. So I don't think it would be a smart idea. I definitely feel like she would potentially get dropped from Titanic Records if she got knocked up again. And it would be a strategic move to not have to have a flopping tour, because I personally don't think Cardi B could sell out a arena tour at all. I don't think so. I think she'll sell some tickets, but completely sell out, no. Now, Cardi B also clocks Doja Cat, because Cardi B's Invasions of the Payola has now surpassed 5 billion Payola-fied streams. This is the first female rap album to surpass this milestone, surpassing Planet Her, which comes close but is not at 5 billion, okay? But I think it's at 4 billion or 3.5 billion. Doja Cat used to be the queen of Payola-fied, but now she kind of fallen off. But let me know how y'all feel about this. I feel like it's only at 5 billion, and probably the legit streams are probably 2 billion. But then they got 3 billion streams of bots in Payola, okay? And the only reason why I'm saying that, and there's no hate towards Cardi B, but I don't hear nobody talking about this album ever. 5 billion streams for what? You got I Like You, got Bodak Yellow. You know, those were big records. We can't front. Those were big records, but everything else wasn't really big, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. I think that's the only 2 songs I know on this album. I don't know anything else. Now, speaking of Doja Cat, she has updated her website, and it looks like she is also preparing for a tour. You know, she has a whole new website layout, and it looks like a tour is brewing, okay? Now, I definitely think Doja Cat can sell out a tour. Even though I don't think her album is going to go #1, but she's a phenomenal performer. She can definitely perform. So I do think that people would definitely go to see Doja Cat. That's one thing that she kind of excels in, is performing. Now, Cardi B threatens to expose Off the Cheat and post receipts after he went on the Joe Budden podcast and said this about Cardi B.
Like any bar and outside was about you. Well, how do you feel about that song being about you?
I actually know about the song before the song come out, like prior to the bullshit that was happening.
So you can brace up.
Yeah, so it's like, even though if it is stuff at me,
nigga,
I ain't coming.
It's about you.
I ain't.
That nigga new training.
It ain't about nobody else but you.
Well, how'd you know beforehand? You said you found out beforehand. Like,
he was in the crib.
I know about the record. Like, I heard it. I know the record. I mean, like, it's been done. It's not like a thing. It looked like how it looked. You know.
So it was done before everything. You said you've been heard the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, but shit get a
been
new
heard
life when it get to the public now.
sound
Now when I'm
different.
outside, niggas, bitches spitting bars about this shit. It's different knowing what's coming and then it hidden.
And even if the record was made when shit was all good, the world don't know
The world don't know that.
Yeah.
The world don't know that.
But at the same time, shit, all eyes on me, Tupac.
Right.
I'm gonna drop some shit, and I'm gonna drop some
Dropped the
shit
same
on
day,
your ass.
nigga. Remember?
I'm gonna drop some
That
shit,
part.
and you
That
drop
part. He
shit.
did.
He
Yes,
dropped
he
mine the same
did.
day.
Yes, he did.
And check streams. Check streams. Check the motherfuckers too.
Now, in my opinion, Off the Cheat subliminally just said that Cardi B don't write. That's what I got from this. He said, I heard about the record even when shit was good. That means she didn't really write it. Okay, no shade. And that technically that's why he probably feel like the bars weren't really directed at him. Even though I do feel like some bars were. You know, they could have went back and tweaked it. But basically what I got from that is that he thinks that Downside is a flop. That's why he said check the streams. No shade. He thinks it's a flop. And then he also basically admit that she does not write. Okay? Because if you wrote that when shit was good, that means that you was already in the studio preparing the rollout for your divorce to use as PR. Okay? This was a good song to put out after the divorce, but I don't think people really care because she uses her relationship for PR all the time. So, at the end of the day, he basically subliminally admitted that Cardi B don't write her raps, okay? That's all I got from that. Now, Cardi B did clap back. She said everything is documented. Everything, okay? Then she said, can't wait for my season to start. So many good things coming. Just a little calm before the storm. Garbage Gang. Don't complain about the calm. The storm might turn into a hurricane, okay? So she kind of teased that she will be dropping a hurricane, a fire single, and then obviously the album coming out. And then as for everything being documented, allegedly she got some receipts on Off the Cheat, okay, that she might want to tell the public. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, as we know, Sydney Sweeney, she did I think it was a commercial ad for American Eagle. And then Queen B popped out for her third commercial with Levi's, okay, for her Cowboy Carter era. And fans are saying Queen B stars in a new ad campaign for Levi. The singer appears with blonde hair in new photos released by the jeans brand. It comes amid Sydney Sweeney's new American Eagle ad being criticized by liberal activists who have claimed it's racist. Now, some people are comparing Queen B to Sydney Sweeney, saying, you know, Sydney Sweeney's ad was better than Queen B's. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Here's the thing. I feel like it makes no logical sense to compare Queen B to Sydney. You know, Queen B is an icon, a legend in the game. Sydney Sweeney is a subpar actress with semi-big boobs that appeals to racist white men. So I don't understand how it's really comparable, in my opinion. I feel like people are just dragging it. Mind you, Queen B had, you know, this Levi's deal since last year. It's not like she just recently got the deal. Sydney just got her American Eagle deal. So I don't even understand why people are trying to compare apples to oranges. Now, moving on to Purdue Chicken. Purdue Chicken announced that Hannah Montana is coming back for their 20th anniversary in 2026. I can pass on this. You know, obviously it brings back nostalgia, especially, you know, Miley at one moment in time was running Disney, but I feel like it's convenient for you to go back to Hannah Montana considering that your last album flopped. No shade. I mean, of course, you're going to go back to Hannah Montana because the Purdue Chicken music without Hannah Montana is flopping. So that's why you got to go back to the basics. But I can pass on it. I feel like Purdue Chicken a little bit too old to be going back to Hannah Montana. Like, how old is Purdue Chicken? She in her 30s now? Like, I don't know about it. Is it going to hit the same? No. It's just, you know, a nostalgia feeling. is of course you're going to go back to that because that's where you got your bread and butter. That's what created you into being an icon. But I don't feel like we need this right now. No shade. Now, unfortunately, I do have to give Tyla 20,000 lashings. Her EP did 3.7 units in the U.S. its first week of release. That's unacceptable. No. This is unacceptable. 3.7 thousand? That's selling less than Lil' Kim. Tyla got a Grammy. She just won a Grammy, and she's supposed to be a global superstar. Ain't she known overseas? How you sell 3.7 units first week? Come on now, that's unacceptable. Now, I can understand she released one song. You had how many songs on that EP? And you did 3.7 units first week? Come on now. This is just embarrassing. I don't even understand how her fans can justify it, because I know you guys are going to find a way to justify it, and it just can't be justified. Okay, you can't during the streaming era, nobody should be selling 3,000 units first week unless you're independent. If you're independent like Russ or Tanaje, selling 3,000 first week is whatever, right? When you are signed to a major label and you got collaborations with Wizkid, Gunna, she got a song coming out with Cardi B. Okay, that's supposed to be coming out later this year. This is unacceptable. I'm sorry. There's no way y'all can try to justify it. I know y'all gonna try to twist it into a positive. 3,000 is good. That's how many people go to Six Flags in a day. Like, I know y'all kind of trying to justify it and say, oh, this is a good thing. This is terrible and this is a flop. Let's be very clear. And I'm not even going to discuss this whack-ass tour she finna go on. I'm not even discussing that, but that's also a flop too. Now, Off the Cheat also mentioned that, unfortunately, Stefon Diddy is not an upgrade from him on the Joe Budden podcast.
It didn't work out. It's how can I say this?
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
I had a question.
It's like the unseasoned version. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't never seen no upward where I'm like, damn. Now, I feel like it'd be a lot of people that I don't know how niggas look at themselves. Me, myself, I ain't never lost something.
Talking that shit.
Yo,
hold on, let me ask you. Wait.
The fuck he said.
Hold on,
So if you couldn't really understand the gibberish that he was speaking, basically he said that Stefon Diddy is not an upgrade and that he never lost something and, that person has gotten better. Okay. Now, I do agree a little bit with that statement in regards to Stefon Diddy is not really an upgrade. I wouldn't say he's unseasoned, though. He's definitely seasoned. Like, let's be very clear. But I think Stefon Diddy is just off the cheat with more money. Okay. And he has more self-awareness than Off the Cheat. Okay. He's more emotionally intelligent. But he's just off the cheat with more money. Let's be very clear. He's going to do Cardi B worse, than Off the Cheat. She's going to be down bad in 2026 when the truth come out about him having several other women, and she's going to be looking like a big fat dummy like she looks now. So I do agree with the fact that he's not necessarily an upgrade, but he has more money. He is more socially aware. Like, he knows what not to do to get caught cheating. Okay. Cause Off the Cheat was a little bit sloppy. So I think Stefon Diddy, he's less sloppy than Off the Cheat. You know what I'm saying? I think his cheating ability is probably up there with Camel Faces, where he not going to get caught in the public, but he's still going to do it, okay? The only reason why we even knew that Camel Face was cheating is because he got beat up by Solange, in the elevator. If that never came out, everybody would have thought Queen B's marriage, well, not me, but y'all would have thought that Queen B's marriage was really good. Now, Pissy Face Gina, please come to the front of the congregation and receive 300,000 lashings. So Pissy Tongue Gina, who is one of Diddy's concubines, she's been receiving a lot of backlash because, as we know, she wrote a letter to the judge saying that she is okay with Diddy being free because, you know, he wanted to be out on bail, awaiting his sentencing, which is supposed to happen next month. And she responded, she said, "You sheeps act like I can't forgive a man I once loved. I'm not going to kick him while he's down because you want me to. I don't even know you. The goofies, I'm always going to have his back. I've never been the type of person to follow crowds and trends. I'm not a follower." No, bitch. You're not a follower, but you're definitely a dummy. And the only goofy is you. Okay? And Carisha. Here's the thing, stupid. Diddy has more than 1 or 2 victims. So we don't care that you feel safe. We know you feel safe because he got that wallet. Let's be clear. If Diddy was a broke nigga from Queens, Bronx, where the fuck he from, Harlem, you wouldn't even care if he was out or not, okay? The only reason why you want him out is because you want your bills paid. Let's be very clear. You dumb hoe. You are not fooling me at all. I know how the game goes. You just want his wallet. Let's be clear. Once he gets back out and he runs to Carisha, because that's where he finna go to get his pee out, okay? He gonna piss right on Carisha's tongue when he first gets out. Then you gonna start sneak dissing. You not even the number 1 concubine in the group. It's Carisha, of course, because she got a little bit more clout than you. So he's gonna run back to Carisha, his favorite toilet. And then once you see that, you gonna start sneak dissing online. That's exactly what's gonna happen because her and Carisha don't like each other. So when he comes out and he don't immediately run back to you and you was doing all this D-sucking on social media and to the judge, you gonna look like the biggest fool on earth. But we already know that you're one of the dumbest people on the face of the planet. So that's why you're receiving 300,000 lashes. And bitch, he's not coming out until he gets that pardon. Ha ha. Now, moving on from that, it has been reported that unfortunately Mob Radio still has not been cooperative for the 4th time, failure to produce any single response in regards to text messages or any type of messages on any platform, especially on WhatsApp. With that being said, the court had ordered her to turn over any documents, any text messages, proving that she was talking to Tory Lanez, and allegedly she had deleted 20,000 messages. That's what it was reported in court. Now, it has been reported that Mob Radio, will be facing paying Megan Thee Stallion's attorney fees. And then also, allegedly, the judge could have Milagro face jail time because this is the 4th time this has happened where they asked her to turn over any type of documents, text messages showing that she was in communications with Tory Lanez and what type of, communications they were having. She failed to turn over these documents, this evidence, and, she can get in trouble for it. I'll be honest with you. I think it was smart for her to delete it. Okay. But the only thing is now you can get in trouble for not turning over evidence. But I think this was a strategic move to not turn over evidence, because if they don't have no evidence, what can they get from Mob Radio in regards to this lawsuit? Okay. So if there's no evidence, technically Megan Thee Stallion don't really have a case. So I think it was kind of a chess move for her to do that. But anyway, I got some very hot tea on Pamela Anderson, Sydney Sweetie, the Biebers, Liam Nielsen on Patreon. Link will be in the description. I hope you have a great day.